Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for coming on and joining Coopersthaiadventure live stream with myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Snyder. And for all of those that were watching last week's live stream on Monday for our crypto talk, Money Matters, the price of Bitcoin was at 108. You can go back and fact check me and you'll see, because I read out the price live on air. It was at 108, and what a week we've had.
What's it at now, Coop?
It's at 119.
Whoa, isn't that a nice little jump?
119, 142. So we've done an $11,000 jump on the price of Bitcoin in 1 week.
How about our MicroStrategy?
And MicroStrategy is pumping like a sucker right now. Yes.
Oh.
Over, what is it now? Oh my God, I get lost.
Well, it's four and change, 430 maybe.
430 something, like and change. So doing extremely well. Tesla's running back up. Elon's managed to shut his mouth for
Slow
1
and
week.
steady with Tesla,
well done, Elon. But I got it wrong. I did get it wrong. Hands up, I got it wrong. Last week, I said that we're going to have a bit of a run this week, and that my price forecast was at 115 for Bitcoin. I figured it was going to jump to 115, and that's what I said on last week's live stream. Boy, was I wrong. I bet you guys are glad I was wrong, aren't you? Because it's now $4,000 higher than my price prediction, which was 115 for this week, and it's 119, 133 as we speak. All the alts are pumping too.
Yes.
You look at ETH.
ETH is up.
It touched 3,000. It's now currently at 2,976. XRP's at 285. Wow.
Yeah.
Solana's at 161 and still pumping as we speak, up another 0.15%. Dogecoin, for those that like the Doge,
don't matter.
20 cents, and you get the picture after that. But yeah, I said in last week's live stream, folks, I said, look, I don't see a separate alt season because this time is different. On previous bull runs, we never had the ETFs. We didn't have the big money makers getting involved. We didn't have the big Fortune 500 companies stacking Bitcoin like there's no tomorrow. And there's over 100 companies out there, big companies, that are stacking like mad, including Saylor. He's announced last night, now is not the time to hodl. So that means he's bought. He'll make an announcement tonight, exactly what's happening there. And it brings me on to today's topic, what I'd like to speak to you about. Now, for those that aren't in the know, there are 3 big, huge crypto bills going through the House this week. The U.S. government this week to be voted on and debated on. And the names of the 3 bills, I'll just give you the names in a very brief overview. The first one you probably all heard of is called the Genius Act. Okay. And what is the Genius Act? Well, it focuses on regulating stablecoins, requiring them to be fully backed by real assets like US dollars and short-term treasury bills. So that is a fantastic one. It's already passed the Senate. It passed by 2/3 majority. So it did have bilateral support with both the Republicans and the Democrats, and it passed by 68 to 30. So, and that was, Senate with a vote that was on June 17th. The next one is called the Clarity Act. Now, what's the Clarity Act? The Clarity Act aims to provide a comprehensive framework for digital asset regulations, including custody, trading, and issuance. It seeks to clarify judicial roles. I can't say that with implants, particularly between the SEC and CFTC, and define distinctions between securities and commodities in the crypto space. This bill is intended to standardize definitions and compliance expectation across the digital asset ecosystem. So fantastic bill there. The final bill is called the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. And that is also going through this week in the House. So they're calling it Crypto Week in the House right now. And it proposes to ban on the Federal Reserve issuing central banks' digital currency,
Oh, good.
CBDCs. We don't want them. Nope. It aims to prevent potential government surveillance through digital currencies and promote financial freedom by limiting centralized control over digital payments. So, all three of these bills, that's the brief summary I'm going to read for you, are absolutely fantastic news for Bitcoin. And maybe that's why we're pumping. Now, on Thursday and Friday, we had the two biggest days this year from the ETFs and the US stock exchange. Buying Bitcoin. Each day, Thursday and Friday, was $1.1 billion each.
Ooh.
So 2.2 billion in 2 days. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, there's a sell wall at 120 on Bitcoin. Well, it ain't as big as $2.2 billion. So my prediction for this week, especially when the stock market opens today, is it's going to blast past that 120. Have no idea.
Well, take a wild
I would love to
stab.
see 125.
Okay.
I would love to see 125 because there's a lot of liquidation at 125. Over $1 billion will be liquidated at 125. And I can see them going after it. Nice. I can see the whales going after these, this $1.1 billion. They'll split it between them, make several hundred million each, and they'll liquefy them. That James Wynn, he had over $300 million and lost it all trying to go 40x long on
leverage.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And obviously didn't know what he was doing.
Had no idea what he was doing.
Too much money and not enough brains.
And then, so that's the crypto news this week. Bloomberg put out on Saturday that this bill for that's going to be spoke about and voted on today, called the Genius Act, is going to be spoke about today and probably voted on tomorrow, Tuesday.
Bonus.
And be on the president's desk. But then there's been a rumor that's come out from the US government that there's going to be a press conference around the 21st, 22nd of a crypto announcement. So don't know what that's going to be either. Maybe that's got the market a bit hyped as well. That could
SBR.
be that could be the strategic Bitcoin reserve
Maybe.
that everybody's been waiting for. Maybe that's all that POTUS is waiting for, is this Genius Act to hit his desk this week, and then he's just going to go out and buy.
Yeah.
And then he'll announce that buy on the 21st, 22nd. That's what we'd love to hear. Whether that's what is announced, we have no idea. But now is a very good time for crypto.
Well, and in the last administration, we had Gary Gensler.
Yeah.
Who absolutely did nothing, good or bad. Well, bad, he did everything bad is my point. Even some of that was doing nothing was bad. And now you got a crypto-friendly SEC chairman. So actually the whole cabinet, I think, is the reason that's critical. I mean, Bitcoin's here to stay. Okay. Stable coins are huge throughout the world. Yes. A lot of countries are using stable coins to pay instead of US dollars, I suppose. But it's quicker, it's faster, it's on the blockchain, ding, it's done, right?
Yeah.
So getting this regulated and being the first to do that, a country the size of the States, is critical. They will be the leaders in, crypto regulation, in my opinion, which is a good thing for us, right? Being a free and Western country. And these, the last one, the bill regarding the digital currencies,
CBDCs.
Yeah, like China's tried to do that. And the reason digital currencies, we don't want that, it monitors everything.
EU currently announced they're going to be doing it, and it starts January 1st next year.
Exactly. Like there's countries out there that they want to control their populace. They want to control everything they do. They don't want to give them the freedom to make their own choice. And China's one of them. Maybe this EU, I can't see it going through. I mean, if people understand what they're doing to them, they'll probably.
It's already gone through.
Well,
it's been approved.
Yeah,
they've announced the start date.
Better get out.
1st.
Grab as much as you can and get out. But for the U.S. to do that and get that passed, that's great. So, yep.
And moving on to the last subject, that we're going to discuss is Brooke. Sorry, Brooke. Brooke. He's got a face like a brick. Anyways, he on last week's live stream said that he would be doing some research into ULTY versus MSTY. And he's done his research, he's done his due diligence, and so take it away, Mr. Brooke. What'd you find
Deep
out?
dive. Yeah. Well, there was ULTY had been mentioned in a couple of the past live streams, and you know, I mean, you're always kind of hopefully happy with your bags, and at that time I was, meaning MSTY for my income, Tesla, and MicroStrategy for the growth. But I give a shout out to Brownie. He sent me a video explaining, hey, watch this, Brooke. It's about an hour, and I'm going to tell you guys, yeah, watch this. It's retiring on MSTY and ULTY with YieldMax, Jay Petricelli, who's kind of the CEO of YieldMax. It's a very good interview in layman's terms about what they both do, the funds, overall how YieldMax earns their money to pay out these, quite high returns. Explains it quite logically, and you watch that, you'll get impressed. And I came away from that. Yeah, ULTY's a good stock to diversify. Now it pays weekly, so I got my family into it. They like it. They're also into MSTY. My nephew's coming over here, and he's yeah. So take a look at that. The thing with ULTY that's nice, guys. Whereas MSTY strictly works on derivatives, options, they don't actually own MicroStrategy. But the way they set it up, they do actually, as MicroStrategy tracks up, so will it. Okay. In ULTY, they actually own the shares. So that's good. They also sell the calls against the shares. And believe it or not, they sell some puts to generate income too. It's a smart idea. But anyways, they are diversified. So I think there's about 30 stocks. And here's their key, Coop, and why they can pay out. They go with the highest volatility stocks they can find that I would call are legitimate. You know what I mean? They've got MicroStrategy in there. They got Tesla in there. They got Robinhood in there. Mara. They got there's a whack of them. Palantir. They've had NVIDIA. So there's there's a lot of different stocks, about 30, and they're able to adjust these quickly. So that's the good thing. So they're always going with volatility. And again, as Saylor says, volatility is your friend. And YieldMax is the best example of that. That's how they can pay these tremendous returns because of volatility. So now, MSTY guys, we've seen our payments slowly go down per month from the historical averages. When that fund was issued, there was a 200% volatility on MicroStrategy. You know what I mean? Now it's around mid 50s, but I see that going up. So if anything, I can see the distributions by the end of the year tracking consistently higher, because I believe volatility will go higher with MicroStrategy. What will cause that? Bitcoin is jumping. It's running. That's volatile. MicroStrategy is jumping. That's volatile. MSTY is going to get pulled. And so that's interesting that way. So just to sum up, MSTY will give you that nice tracking of Bitcoin with a monthly yield. ULTY has, 30 stocks that they actually own the shares, sell the calls. These are high volatility stocks, and people love they pay weekly.
Yeah.
And the returns in both cases are close. So that would be a way to diversify. If you say, my bag's big enough on MSTY, or, you want to diversify for the simple fact of having other options, ULTY would definitely be one to look at. But like anything, check out that video, I would say. It's retiring on MSTY and ULTY, and it's put out by a guy, Marcos Milla, Marcos Milla, Milla. That's his channel. and he did the video. It's about an hour, and it's worthwhile, guys. Watch that. And there was a follow-up about 13 minutes, clarifying some things. That's also great. You'll come away impressed like I did with it. So, and you'll become even more of a believer in YieldMax. Like these guys have hit the mother lode, let's say, and they're getting copied. You know what I mean? But you're never as good as the original, in my opinion.
Yeah. And for those that watch my channel and know me in person, they will know I'm very, very bullish on three things: Tesla, MSTY, and MicroStrategy. But which one am I the most bullish on right now? Well, it's MicroStrategy. And I am mega, mega bullish on MicroStrategy right now, because yesterday at the pool, I asked you to do a search on Polymarket. And Polymarket is one of those betting odds companies, and they predicted who would win the U.S. presidency. They, and quite a lot of things. That's just one big one out there. And Polymarket has the odds of MicroStrategy joining the S&P 500 this year at what percentage, Brooke?
Well, it was one analyst that figured it was a 91% chance they'll be included before year end.
Before year end.
That's pretty high rate.
Yes.
And what that'll do for you that aren't familiar, when something's included in the S&P, the Standard & Poor's 500, a lot of, let's say, passive ETF funds, passive investors, you're talking places like BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, they own the S&P 500. Well, because MicroStrategy is included in that now, they're actually in a way buying MicroStrategy, believe it or not. The funds obviously have to equate their levels with the stock. And there's a bit of a rush when they first get included, because they didn't have any typically in there, obviously. Right. So now they got to put it in. Now, there is also stocks that get kicked out every time they put one in. And it's obviously the bad
trade-off. Yeah,
the trade-off. But yeah, so that's definitely going to be a bullish example. And the other reason I think Junior here is excited about micro, there's so many things coming together, guys. A confluence of positive information, facts, whatever.
And I'm gonna call that the perfect storm.
We are
in the perfect storm right now for Bitcoin.
You got wider spread adoption of Bitcoin. You've got ETFs that have opened now over a year, buying the biggest amounts they've ever. You've got the governments throughout the planet, obviously the biggest in the States, saying, hey, we're going to probably do a Bitcoin reserve. You know what I mean? Like, we're promoting it, and everybody in that cabinet's promoting it. You got just so many things coming together. The perfect storm. I can see number one, Bitcoin going. Well, that's going to pull MicroStrategy big time.
And MSTY.
And that'll pull MSTY. Okay. So how are we all affected? That's kind of how it works, guys, the step ladder. So, but yeah, it's time will tell. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, MSTY will keep paying us.
Good. It's going to keep paying us.
Show me my money.
The next declaration date is on the 30th of this month. So payday will be on the 1st of August. And then the next payday will be on the 28th of August. So 2 payments next month. Yippee.
I know a lot of us, myself included, and I know you as well, we take our dividends, call it, from MSTY, and we reinvest. Not all of it, but a lot of us do, and some of us do it all, some just do part. You might want to look at that ULTY as what you reinvest in. So if you got your MSTY bag at a big enough level, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my,
Ditto, yeah.
So I'm going to look at diversifying into ULTY, because I do like the stocks. I went right through and looked at the 30 stocks. They weighed them about, less than 5% per stock. And I liked the list of pretty well. Now, a lot of them I hadn't heard, but that's okay. I still like the list. So as those stocks go up on the market, you should see the ULTY share price appreciate. And in the meantime, you're collecting a weekly check. So anyways, take a look at it.
Yeah. And me, I'm going to be doing the opposite. I'm not going to be buying ULTY. I am going to be buying more MicroStrategy.
Heresy.
Nope. I'm buying more MicroStrategy because I think the writing is on the wall, and it's going to be one of those sell the news events. which we've seen many times last year, and it's going to be a huge pump in price of MicroStrategy stock. I actually see it going above 1,000 on my bear case scenario. I think it's going to go above 1,000, and there's going to be another 10-to-1 stock split like there was last year.
Nice.
Now, if the FOMO kicks in, which my bull case says it will, it can push MicroStrategy share price over $2,000 per share. And that's if two things happen. One, these crypto bills get passed this week, which I think there's about a 70% chance they will, all three of them. And the second one is that the US government comes out and says, we've actually bought Bitcoin.
Bingo.
If that happens, MicroStrategy shares going over $2,000.
Yep.
It's going to be a no-brainer. If the U.S. government says we just went
Eventually.
out and I think it'll happen this year. If the U.S. government comes out and says we've just bought Bitcoin, X amount of Bitcoin, well, I can see Bitcoin's going to go on what I would call a super cycle, and it's going to run up past well over 200,000, 300,000. Mako Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, says that alone will push Bitcoin price to 500,000.
Interesting. Well,
so we're in interesting times, and let's get started with today's show. We rambled on.
Thing, the reason too that you're not buying ULTY is your income bag is huge. So you've got enough to live on each month. You're not really
several times over.
Yeah. So I can understand completely. And, for guys that are in that situation, yeah, maybe you don't need extra income each month. You go with the growth end, which is what Coop's doing with that. So,
yeah. And we have our very first shout out to give before we get into it. And it's from Michael Avila, bought us 3 coffees and says, God bless. And thank you, Michael Avila.
Thank you, Mike.
Really appreciate it. How did he do it? Right here, that QR code there is our buy us a coffee link. We used to have the coffee cup symbol in there, but we can't put it in no more. I don't know why. But yeah, that is our buy me a coffee link. So thank you very much, Michael.
Hunter Orion says, good morning, CBD crew from Omaha, Nebraska. Hope this week continues the upward trend for the market and crypto.
I believe it will.
I think so.
I think we're headed to 125 next.
Yeah, I don't think it's stopped yet.
No.
Blakester Drums, Donald, meaning T, please keep your mouth shut today so we can make some money. 35% tariff on Canada. Oh, my Buddha. God, this wouldn't whittle it stop. No, every time crypto and stocks go on a run, he opens his big mouth, and I'm sick of it. Blakester Drums, he's over it. Buy the dips. Blakester also, fat fingers. Yep, buy the dips, he says.
Well, crypto is still running. So even though the announcement of the tariffs by the U.S. government has come out, the 35%, 30%, 35%, 36% for Thailand, 36% tariffs for Thailand announcement. And even though these are happening, Bitcoin's still running because nobody wants to buy bonds right now. Nobody wants them. They had a sale on the bonds. The government had to buy their own bonds because nobody wanted them. They're all running to safer assets like gold, silver, copper, Bitcoin.
Fiat's going to zero.
Paper. So, yeah, I think actually the tariffs might be a good thing for crypto right now because everybody is considering them a safe haven. It's no longer a risk-on event. It's a risk-off.
Yeah, the only altcoin I have used for is Solana. So
I like Solana.
If you guys can get your cost base out of those other shit coins, take a good stab. And if you're up on it, think about taking a profit on, maybe 80%, 90%, keep 10 in case it does keep going. And then flip that into more, let's say, safer investments. Bitcoin. Richard Woolley, good evening, or for everyone, good morning. Looking forward to the show.
And good morning to you, Richard.
Nomad Jack, there he is. And Pinky, good morning, Coop and the gang. Bitcoin looking good.
It's looking fantastic, Jack.
Thanks for being a channel member. Blakester Drums. ETFs that follow, do I know any ETFs that follow Canadian natural gas and might be on the move up? I don't really, I used to, the ones I believe, Pembina Pipelines was decent, paid a dividend. Enbridge was good. They're traded in the US. TransCanada Pipeline, I think it's TRP down there. You could look at that. But you got to ask yourself, look at What's the yield? What's my return per month on that? And where do I see the stock going? And honestly, natural gas, yeah, you'll always be using that, but maybe, yeah, I think there's faster horses in the race, is my point. So, but those are ones I would look at. Blakester, Brooke, just watched the video in Canada now bypassing the U.S. pipelines of natural gas trade and signing agreements with Asia and Europe, costing the U.S. $8 billion. Well, we'll see. You know any American stocks? Those are the traded ones. They're Canadian, so they're traded in the U.S., I mentioned. Roger Walker, good morning and good evening, everyone. Thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Make Darlene smile, right?
Yes, please. If you're watching the live stream, give us a thumbs up.
Big
it's
boss,
free.
Darlene.
And thank you, Roger.
Michael Vila, there's the coffee man. Hello, guys. Hope all is well. USA strong. Yes.
In crypto, we're doing excellent.
USA.
Crypto.
Aussie T, there he is. I don't know if he's back in Australia or here. Good morning, crew. Hoping everyone is well in the land of smiles from the land of Oz. Okay, he's back over there. We met him at the meet and greet.
We did,
yes. Yeah, I had fun with him. He likes IBK. He says you can IBKR. You can do that in Australia. Yeah,
in England too.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Jeff Sigler. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Jeff.
Scotty Caswell. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Scotty.
Coop. What's Duke doing these days? Show me the money, Duke says.
I can't wait till we meet this guy in person.
Yeah. With a face like that, you gotta love him.
Exactly.
Smoking his big stogie. Roger Carpenter, morning CBD. Make money, hit that thumb, make the big boss Darlene smile.
And thank you, Roger, and thank you for being a channel member too, with a badge next to your name.
Ernie Jones, Ernie
our
from
neighbor.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, Brooke, and everyone watching.
Good morning, Ernie.
Scotty Richmond from California. Good morning, CBD, and everyone else watching.
Good morning, Scotty.
Scotty, Mike D. Hey, what's up in the land of smiles? Everyone's doing well here.
Crypto is up, and it's up big time.
Yeah.
So everybody's laughing across the board. I've been saying for a couple of weeks now that the bull market for the altcoins is now. Now is the bull market. It's trading in tandem with Bitcoin, and actually quite a few of them are outrunning Bitcoin. So Bitcoin goes up 3 to 5%. You'll see a lot of the alts go up even higher than that. So I say for the first time in history that alt season is running with Bitcoin season, and if Bitcoin season runs to the end of the year, December. Okay, like a lot of people are saying out there in cryptoverse that Bitcoin's going to run and hit its peak in November, December this year. I think alts are going to run with it throughout the whole time that Bitcoin's on a bull run.
I don't know.
That's what I see.
Well,
before, when it was just you and me, the common people buying Bitcoin, and not the hedge funds managers and the S&P 500 and the ETFs. Yeah, you would see Bitcoin have what we call a blow off top, and then everybody would get out of Bitcoin and jump into the altcoins, and then they would spike up to a 10 to 100x, and then they have its blow off top, and then we wait 4 years for it to start all over again. I'm not seeing that this time. Bitcoin dominance is in the 60 percentile. For altcoin season, Bitcoin needs to be in the below 40 percentiles, and it's not happening.
No.
Since the inception of the ETFs, Bitcoin's been above the 50 percentile and has not once fallen below it in the last 18 months.
Altcoin season historically has gone from being months down to weeks after I'm talking each halving here. And now James Invest Answers thinks it could be days. So I wouldn't be pinning my hopes on a huge altcoin season. I just, too many people have been burnt on the shit coins.
So be careful, folks.
Yeah. Malcolm Hawkins, Uru, good day, Team Coops, Captain Bitcoin, and Big Boss Darlene.
And good morning to you, Mal and Katea. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Tony Montana from Thailand. Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, Brooke, and Jackie, and all the gang watching. Hope all is well.
And we are, Tony. Thank you for coming on and joining us, buddy.
Mikey D, what's the prediction for MSTY opening?
MSTY opening, I can actually tell you right now on the pre-market there, Mike. And let me just bring it up on my old trusty IBKR app, and we'll see what we are on the pre-market right now, because Bitcoin's over 119, And we'll see what that means for MSTY. And according to this, MSTY is, wow, 1.45% up, which equates to 32 cents at 22.39 right now on the pre-market.
It's running a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is running right now, 22.39. There you go. I'll just show you that so you can see it.
Yeah, it's
22.39.
As a percentage, obviously, Bitcoin's driving it, guys. You know, Bitcoin goes up 5%. I think micro, you'll see it probably do 6 to 8%, 10 maybe, and MSTY you'll probably be, you know, similar to the Bitcoin. You know, maybe 5. If micro runs 8%, maybe you're getting 5, 4, 5, or 6 out of MSTY. So it won't be dollar per dollar or percent per percent. Is my point.
Now, MSTY has been doing bad on its trades, full disclosure, because MicroStrategy's been on a run too fast for it to keep up. And so they've lost quite a few of their trades. But here's where they gained. And the good news is their synthetics that they have. They had 6 synthetics. And they cashed out 2 of them because they were well up over $1 per synthetic per shareholder. And now they have 4 synthetics, and 2 of them are due to expire in August and 2 in September, and they are well up as well. And right now, it's looking extremely good for MSTY. The synthetics are outperforming even their bad calls and sells right now by 400% is what I'm seeing across the board. So if you see MSTY's made some bad trades and you're like, oh, well, they had a 405 and MicroStrategy's at 430, you know, don't worry about it because they got a synthetic at 370, 375, and they've made $60 on the synthetic per synthetic that they had at that price. So they're making bank. They're making huge money. You want the synthetics to do well.
That video I mentioned early on, guys, it explains exactly what Coop's talking about, how you win. You maybe just don't win as much, but you still win because the underlying synthetic is like owning the shares. And when you own the shares, sure, you might have it capped at 410 and it goes to 425. You missed out on a bit of like 15, but you made it all the way up there from your 370 or whatever. And you keep the premium you sold at the 410.
Exactly. So it's big money to be made.
So your upside can be capped. I don't really consider that a losing trade. Well, we could have made more. Okay, look at it that way. You still made money. You made money on the premium you collected, number one, and number two, the synthetic covered you, you know, on that amount above the 415, which you sold the call for. So it's still a win-win. And you know, that's how you get paid. So take a look at that video. It explains it better than I could.
And I haven't seen it yet. You only sent me the link this morning before the live stream, so I'll watch it later.
Sent it to me during the week, and I didn't just have time to get through it, but I got up early this morning, and I thought, I'm going to watch that. It was an hour. Jesus, I come away. Shit, yeah, I'm looking at, and I looked into the stocks they own, and it also tells you how MSTY works with the calls, the synthetics, and you know. So it's a good explanation, exactly. So you know, and you always want to know what you're investing in. The reason is you'll sleep better at night, you know. So, anyways, that's.
But if the synthetic keeps running, I'll say this as a final note, you may end up getting a $2 payment on the first if it keeps running the way it is. If Bitcoin breaks that 125 barrier, I believe we will.
I think going forward, we might not see it for the first, next payment, but by the end of the year, we're going to see higher payments than we've been getting the last few months, 2, maybe as high as 3. And the reason is the volatility is now going up on MicroStrategy, where it had been dropping. It's now going up on, for MSTY, we're talking now. And as the volatility goes up, those premiums go up. And in the video, they'll say, YieldMax wants upward movement up and to the right on stock, because that's how you actually end up making money. You know what I mean? If it's the other way, you eventually you end up losing. But so yeah, they're positive on it. And yeah. Mikey says, what's the prediction for MSTY? Well, hey, Coop mentioned it's going up today. So
yeah.
Ronald Reichert says, good morning, CBD from Daytona Beach, Florida.
Good morning, Ronald, and thank you for being a channel member.
Tommy Lee, the Tominator. Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke.
Good morning, Tommy.
Johnny Pulo, Southside Johnny from Sydney. Good day, CBD, and everyone watching. Hope everyone is well.
And we are, Johnny.
And you are too. And Johnny, get your butt over here.
Yeah.
He's part of the Three Stooges. He's one of our buddies. Tommy Lee says, what a wonderful day. It is.
It is.
W Secrets to Success. Hello, gents.
And hello, W. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Tony Matana. I will watch the live stream when I get back because I've got some things to do this morning.
No problem.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, I think. They watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
Blakester Drums. Pulty alert. Retire on dividends. Predicts a boatload, baby. There's one that's, well, see, the thing with ULTY that I like, Palantir's in there. So you get a percentage of Palantir. Versus putting all your eggs in one basket, like we've done with MSTY. It's basically the basket of Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, and then MSTY, right? So Palantir is what Pulty is what that's based on, is Palantir.
Yeah, and since watching, I have a question for you, Brooke. Since watching this video that Brownie sent you, you said to me this morning before the live stream that you're now more optimistic that MSTY will follow MicroStrategy on the big upswing.
Yep.
What do you think in percentile?
Okay, it's not going to be dollar for dollar.
No.
Or sorry, forget dollars, probably percent. You know, MicroStrategy doubles. Okay, say Bitcoin goes up 50%. I could see MicroStrategy doing a 2.5, maybe 3x even, FOMO, right? So that's a better than Bitcoin raise. MSTY, I don't see it doing that good as MicroStrategy, probably similar to Bitcoin. So maybe 50%. So you have a double in MicroStrategy. I don't think you'll see MSTY double, but you could do a 50% increase. So the reason is some of your upside is capped when you sell calls. You collect the premium, but should it rocket, well, you missed that, that much. You covered yourself because you got the synthetic.
Yeah.
But you didn't really get all that gain. You kept the gain from, 370 you're in to your 415 where you sold the premium. So you keep that. You keep the premium, and the rest, sorry, somebody else won. Well, that's okay. You're still winning. So the bottom line is, don't worry, you're still making money, and you're getting a check every month. So I tell people that invest in MSTY, don't necessarily focus on the share price. Focus on, I want my money. I want my money every month, and it better be a damn good return. Well, it is, guys. You know what I mean? When you're getting, what GIC. I mean, that guy said, Jesus, I get 3 or 4% GICs. That's in a year. You're getting like double that in a month.
Exactly.
Well, how can they pay that? That's got to be a scam. Do your research.
And if this perfect storm plays out, which we're all hoping, we can have hopium is a good thing. If this perfect storm plays out and MicroStrategy ends up going to $2,000 a share, Bitcoin, hits above 200,000, and MSTY could be on the tailwind of that, and I'm putting between 60 and 70% follow on what MicroStrategy is doing.
That'd be nice,
because right now it's about 72%. So for all the gains, MSTY makes 72% of the gains of what MicroStrategy does. And so I'll be conservative and I'll say, that ballpark there, you could see by the end of the year that MSTY is trading along the same prices as what Pleiadi is right now. $60 a share.
Yeah, possibly. Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, MSTY was trading it in the 30s. I think it got as high as 40.
It did.
But keep in mind, the guys that have been, and if they still hold that, people are saying, oh my God, that guy lost half his money. It's in the 20s now.
Yeah.
He didn't. Because I'll tell you, when that was in the 40s or high 30s or mid 30s that the guy bought, he's collected all that money since then. You kept that for 12 months. You get all your money back.
Yeah.
So now he's playing with house money, even though it was half the price he paid. You know what I mean? So you take a look at that. Don't get too concerned in the share price. Look for the check every month. Tyan Allen says, what's up, Cooper?
Oh, good. Tyan Allen. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome to the live stream.
Richard Duger, aka Bubba. Hello, everyone. Only 3 more weeks to go. August 4th, my arrival date. It would be nice if I only had some friends there. Yeah, well, you got friends. Where's he go? He's going down to the party capital, Pattaya. Yeah. Thanks, Bubba. Captain Action. We'll see him anyways. Captain Action says, Henry from Tampa, Team Coop, Brooke, and Darlene, and the chat.
Hello. And hello, Captain Action. You missed Saturday's live stream, but I did see your comment that you watched it on the replay. So thank you very much. And thank you for being a channel member, too.
Michael Avila, Trump's a big fan of crypto. He sure is.
The whole government is a big fan of
His whole
crypto.
family is. And
SEC is a big fan. We might have the latest news is there's rumors that Jerome Powell may announce his retirement early this year and resign this week. Several people have been reporting it in government and X. There's been a rumor that he may choose to resign, and that might be very good for crypto, because if they can get another SEC, we can get another Fed chairman in, they could end up cutting the rates, and if rate cuts come in, crypto goes up.
Well, money supply, the money printer will start up big time, and then they're going to look for hard assets, and we're the hardest one there is. So
yeah.
We're sitting in that perfect storm situation.
But I'm calling it now.
Yeah. So you got money on the sidelines. Don't be afraid to allocate it. Uncle Craig, life on a Thai farm, says, hey, team, morning from the Thai farm.
Well, hey, good morning to you, too, Uncle Craig. Thank you for coming in and joining us from the farm in Thailand.
Robert Nutt, there's some more Texas humor coming, I can tell. Good morning, CBD and fellow tubers. Looks like another beautiful week in Thailand and the stock market.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Yeah, win-win. Yes, it is,
Robert. Maybe we'll see Robert at Route 66 this morning.
For breakfast this morning, yes.
You're all welcome at 11 o'clock. We go out there and love it. Claude AC, there's the best bike rider in the market here. Good morning, CBD and everyone. So blessed to wake up as a local in Thailand since having started watching from California. Well, there you go.
And thank you for coming on and joining us, Claude. I did see your message pop on my phone just before the live stream started, but I didn't have time. I had to set up the laptops and the microphones and the lighting and everything else for the studio to start up on time, and I didn't reply, but I will after the live stream. And yeah, no problem. We can do that. We can post it on the Facebook.
Claude's the bike riding guru, let's say. He organizes our bike tours, and he's done 2 so far. And the first one had a whack, and the second one probably about half as much, but we had a ball.
Oh, yeah.
And he's professional. He knows the spots. He knows the roads. You're safe with him. Nobody left behind, and
So and next bike ride will be this Thursday at 10 o'clock from District Grand Park 2, better known as Coopersville.
I think I'll be going on that one as well.
I hope I'm going to be on there too.
Lost Boy, hi everyone. I keep hearing that MSTY loses its initial investment. What do you guys think about that? They discussed that in that video quite good. It's a very good explanation. You have to look at your total returns. So what you look at is, okay, what did I pay for the stock? What's the share worth? Might be down. What's my total return, including distributions in there? So when you look at that video, it'll go over that loss point. You get a real good layman's terms explanation about that. Currently, I'm down slightly on the investment. I was in at 23, but there's lots of guys got in at 18, 19, 20, 21.
I got in at 20.
And they've collected. Yeah. So there you go. So to me, it's going to be long-term income. So I don't really get too concerned about if the stock went up 30%, would I sell? No. Why would I? I'm getting a check every month. You know what I mean? So,
and the dividend payments will be more.
Yeah. So my key focus for Coop and myself is, hey, you want to generate enough income to live on. Okay. So get that figured out, whether it's pensions or Social Security or whatever. You need a monthly income to live here. And, the more you have, the better your lifestyle should be. And then you want growth, guys. So growth is, it doesn't have to pay me every month, maybe not even a dividend in a year, but I want to see those stocks grow so that I've got my capital, jumping. And so that's where the combination, the first thing you need to focus. And there's guys here that are strictly into the income because they need it. You know what I mean? But they're allowed where maybe they couldn't afford to live in Thailand anymore. Now they can. So take a look at that. And when you meet your income requirements, you invest the rest, guys.
Yeah. And I'm not worried about their losses on their initial investment because synthetics, as we said earlier, are going through the roof and they're making bank, bank, bank. So right now they're keeping the price of MSTY up high right now. And if Bitcoin goes to 125 this week, which I think it will do, I think it's going to blow past 120 because of the 2.2 billion bought in the ETFs Thursday and Friday. So I think that sell wall at 120 is going to get smashed straight through, just like the 100,000 barrier did at the end of last year. That got smashed straight through. It was a huge wall there. At 125, there's not such a big wall as there was last year. But this 2.2 billion, I think, is going to smash through it. And for MSTY, I think it's going to hit $23 per share this week if Bitcoin goes to 125.
Oh, I could see that easily happening. Yeah.
So, and the synthetic is just going to run with it, guys. So that'll be an extra, $6 on synthetic because they still have the 370 and the 375.
Listen, I'm going to stress this. Can't stress it enough. You need to do your own research. So you got two guys sitting here in orange shirts saying, "Hey, we did this and we did that." That's what we did. That's not necessarily for everyone. And the reason I say you need to understand what you're investing in and do your research, you want to sleep at night. So Tesla can drop 10% in a day. Elon opens his mouth. I sleep good at night. The technology ain't going away. Trump throws tariffs on and maybe the market drops, whatever, 10%. Well, I sleep good at night because I'm happy with my Bitcoin and MicroStrategy, right?
Yeah.
So, and the reason I'm happy is I've done the research. I know where they're headed and I have complete faith. The guys that don't do the research, so they listen to the two guys in orange shirts and they buy, they're the guys that will, when that drops 10% on MSTY, oh my God, I'm getting the hell out. I'm losing my money. You know what I mean? They don't understand it. That stocks are volatile. And when you understand what you're in and you have faith in it, obviously that's why you're in it. You sleep good at night. So that's it. Don't panic. Captain Action from Tampa says, hello, Team Cooper. Wow, agree. Thanks. Hello, everyone in the chat. I hope your Bitcoin is going through the roof. So far, so good.
Doing very well.
And more to come. Tim P, good evening to the CBD gang. Greetings from Edmonton. Hoping all is well your way.
And we're doing great, Tim. And thank you, too, for being a channel member and coming on and joining us.
Coop, what's Duke doing these days?
I have no idea.
Lost boy, all lies, intentional and unintentional.
Don't believe the fun.
There's Dandy Don Delonic, Mr. XRP, we call him. Good morning. Great day at Dustygram Park 2. MSTY payout August 4th. $4 plus, according to him. Oh, wow. Maybe the total for the month, if there was $2 at the start, $2 at the end, there's your $4.
That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah.
Excuse me. 500 shrimp fried rice, 9 massages a week. Ran a wife 7 days a week on that.
There you go. Living the good life, Donnie.
Yep.
And thank you, too, for being
Lost
a channel
boy,
member.
thanks, guys, for all the info. What is the legitimate process for buying Bitcoin?
I buy it through the ETFs. I don't own it outright. I don't want to put it on a ledger. I don't want to put it on a wallet. Too many people lost their money, forgot their seed phrases, and they lost their money. And it's got me terrified because this is my life savings I'm playing with here, folks. So I feel much more secure having them on the ETF and being able to sell them, when I think it's at its top, or being able to buy more. And let them hold all the risks because they are FDIC insured.
Yeah.
And if the company goes bankrupt, you still get your money back because they are insured. If Coinbase goes bankrupt, for example, and you got yours on their exchange, you've lost it. You got no way of getting your money back. Think of FTX, folks. That was only a couple of years ago.
Coinbase ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, but I'm just saying hypothetically, of course.
The legitimate
way. It gives me more security having it on the ETFs.
As Coop says, and I would recommend this for most of you, obviously, maybe newbies into Bitcoin, do the ETFs. IBIT is one. That's the biggest. BlackRock. You got Fidelity, not far behind.
ARK.
ARK Investments, HODL. There's many that are doing offering these ETFs, and they'll track dollar for dollar, percent for percent. As Bitcoin goes up 10%, the share price will go up 10%. And why? Because the money you put in there, they buy Bitcoin. So they actually got Bitcoin backing every share, let's say. So the value equates. So you get a little more fancy and you want to maybe, you know, travel the world, then you go what's called a cold wallet, off an exchange. And that's where Coop brought up the point, boy, you better not get hit in the head and forget your seed phrases and words and that. You could lose it. And a lot of it has been lost. So they figure about 5 million of the 21 million Bitcoin on the planet are gone forever. So the supply is even less than we think.
Exactly.
Richard Woolley, buying some more ULTY tomorrow will be at 6,000 shares. Well done. So
Well done.
that's about $600 a week. You know, that ain't too bad.
Exactly.
You know? Alchemist, my cryptos are popping off.
I like that play on that.
Wanderlust Asia, morning all. Looking forward to seeing my first ULTY dividend today. Oh, good. It's some paydays today. I didn't know that. Mike D, is it ULTY?
ULTY, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, by YieldMax.
Yep. Again, watch that video first, and then you'll maybe check out the website, YieldMax. You'll see all the stocks listed they own. That kind of got me when I saw the list. Oh shit, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. That I never heard of. That I never heard of. Like that one. You know what I mean? That one I don't like, but hey, there's 30 of them. So Terry Fallon from Bancroft says, hello, boys, and Miss Darlene. Nice to see you all, and hello to all in the chat.
And good morning to you too, Terry. Thank you for coming on and joining us, and thank you for being a channel member. You too, Mike.
Mikey D, how much is MSTY per share? It's cheap.
It's only about $6 a share right now.
A little over $6 a share.
Yeah. And this last dividend payment last week was 9 cents.
Yeah, a little over 9, I think. But it averaged between 9 and 10. Say, you know, going forward, I would look at budgeting for that. And but it pays weekly, so
yeah.
Richard 621. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah.
Captain Action, hit that like button. Make Darlene smile.
Yes, please. If you're watching on the live stream, give us a thumbs up. It's free.
Coop, what's Duke doing these days? PLTW pays weekly too. That must be Palantir's weekly pay. Yep. Michael Stein, hi CBD. Hope all is well. Loving my MSTY and added some ULTY. There you go. PALTY and YieldMax to diversify a little. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, they are diversifying through those, which is good. Good on you, Mike.
Yeah, I like Platy right now. I do like Platy and I like MSTY. I think they're the two front runners in the YieldMax funds right now. They're the two fastest horses in the race, but ULTY's doing very well. With MSTY paying the low dividend payments right now, 123 last month. Well, this month we got 123. We're still in July. If you had ULTY at 9 cents and you had the same amount of money invested in MSTY or ULTY, you would have been better off with ULTY.
Bingo, there you go.
But I see, like I said, with these synthetics, I see that the run Bitcoin's having right now, MicroStrategy's having right now, MSTY's having right now. I see that their dividend payments could be, like Don says, you know, $4 next month, you know, 2 and 2.
2 and 2, yeah, that'd be nice.
Because they got another 2
Wouldn't we be
synthetics
smiling? You'd be smiling bigger than me.
On the, I think it's
bigger bag than me.
17th of August.
Yeah,
is the next
I'd be smiling. Don't kid yourself.
Expire. So yeah, and they are well up.
Mikey D says, Brooke, didn't you say you stay away from the weekly dividends? Okay, I did, Mike. I did originally, and the reason I said that, and that's actually covered in the.
He's caught you. I want to see you get out of this one.
No, I'm not getting out of anything. I did say it. I admitted that.
Yeah, I know.
And the reason I said that was that when you have to pay weekly, you're keeping a big slug of money not invested. You have to keep it ready to pay out 3 days later, 4 days. So you're missing a lot of time in the market. Opportunity costs. So that was initially say, hey, that's why I'm not interested. I like the monthly. They got the full investment for, except maybe for 3 days. Well, guess what? When a weekly pair, you got 3 days every week, you can't invest. So that's ends up being a lot, in my opinion. Interesting, Mike. He covers that in the interview and talks about that exact same thing. He mentions about not being in the market. So, you know, but the reason they went that way was there was a demand. There was a demand for weekly payers. So, okay, there's a demand, we'll fill the void. He was asked, would MSTY ever go to a weekly payment? No. He prefers money invested in the market, okay, to pay better returns. So now, having said all that, my personal opinion, I have changed that now. You know, it's like anything in life. When you have additional information, you make a decision. Is it new information? And if so, maybe your decision changes. Well, mine did. I do like these weekly payers now when you understand completely how they do it. And so, anyways, that's why that I did mention that, and I do prefer the monthly with MSTY, and now ULTY because of the diversification and the weekly pay. So bingo.
So basically, you've done a Jamie Dimon. You've done a U-turn.
Based on new information.
There you go. Yeah, always good to learn.
When the facts change, your decision sometimes changes. So bingo, the facts change for me. Yeah.
And it's looking good. I must.
Well, the big reason, to be honest, Mike, and anyone else listening, was I took a look at 30 stocks they hold. Christ, I like Tesla. I like MicroStrategy. I like Mara. I like NVIDIA. I like Palantir. Hello, I can run with them, you know. So you got to like the underlying stocks, or if you don't, what are you doing in it?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Pretty Queen, morning CBD. Do you have more clarity on the U.S. government plan to tax U.S. citizens on money that they transfer to foreign bank accounts? Part of that bill just passed.
From what we found out, Fred, and the consensus is that it's only to apply to non-American citizens. So those that are working over there, maybe on green cards or work visas, or, you know, Filipino nurses going over there and they're sending their money out of the country every payday to their family back in their home countries. As far as we understand, it only applies to them. If you're an American citizen, it doesn't apply to you, and it's a 1%, I believe, is the fee, the tax on it.
Yeah, without further clarity, that's my understanding.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't affect any Americans. So bingo. Hopefully not Canadians either. Phil T, good morning, CBD. I like ULTY, and now it's weekly. Fairly stable payments. Will the markets steady? Going to be interesting to see what happens with it in a downturn. Well, again, they're playing volatility, and they look for the highest volatility stocks. It just so happens a lot of those stocks being in technology, you know, your NVIDIAs, your MicroStrategies of the world, your Palantirs of the world, which are all in there, are volatile.
Yeah,
that's good. So that's how they pay their premium. In a down market, you still have volatility. Okay, your share price might drop, mind you, because, you know, it might track the underlyings, but typically down markets don't last long. The average is up and to the right. You know, stocks appreciate. So, and once the money printers start burring, you know what I mean, the governments can't help themselves but print more fiat. You'll see that hard assets, meaning the shares, go up. So bingo.
Yeah, that big beautiful bill costs $3 trillion. They're going to have to print like crazy.
Yeah, print a lot of dollars that aren't worth the paper they're written on.
Exactly.
So own hard assets, guys. Alchemist, Bitcoin, and go fishing. Correct.
There you go.
Lecture drums. Poor man's version of MicroStrategy is MSTX, a 2-time that mirrors MicroStrategy and paid 14 a share year end in December. Yeah, I'm not those leverage ones. I stay away from leverage. So.
Yeah, it's the opposite play on MicroStrategy.
Yeah, there's a bit of, I think, decay in these, you know, leverage ones. So put it this way, you can go to bed and the market closed and it's at $15 and it opens the next morning the same, nothing's changed, not even demand or supply. It's 1480 because there's been decay in the asset value.
Look at that billionaire that's put the short in on MicroStrategy. He's getting wrecked right now, and I'm loving it.
Well, not necessarily, because that deal was he went long Bitcoin, short
micro.
Yeah, and he was gambling that the NAV would fall,
and it's not. It's going up. It's
at
1.9
now. He was gambling the premium would fall.
Yeah,
it's the opposite. You're right. So
it's going up.
He's kind of getting hurt there.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking at.
Alchemist, Trump collapsing the economy. Is Bitcoin bullish? It is.
Yeah. Has the opposite.
Bill T, with the market stable. I mean, okay. Logan C, hey studs, got my orange shirt on. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we'll have to get a bunch of orange shirts ready. Captain Action, Logan, nice shirt. Lecture drums, Bitcoin just again hit all-time high. XRP on a roll as well. Might be time to take a little XRP off the table, Davey Don. tickled the $3 range, but faded a bit. Now going up again.
Okay, let's see what it is. I'll just check the live.
And again, guys, you don't have to exit a position totally. If you're making, if you're in these alts and you think, well, I've been sitting in them so goddamn long and they're finally coming back now, maybe it's their time to run to the moon. Well,
because a lot of the alts are way below their all-time high right now.
Yeah, and they're going to stay there. But if you can get your money out, and even if it's a break even, and you play with their money, whatever's left over, whether it's 5% or 20%, whatever, maybe that's the way to look at it.
Yeah, and another shout out to Scotty Richmond. Just bought us 3 coffees. Thank you, Scotty. And he says, thank you for another great live stream.
Scotty Demand.
Yes, thank you, Scotty. Much appreciated. I'm still waiting for the XRP to come up on here. We're looking at AVAX right now and Link, both up 3.94% and 2.38% respectively. So, and ETH is still just a hair's under $3,000 at 2,976. Still raising up along with Bitcoin.
Here comes XRP. We're
at 286.
Wow, look at that.
286.
Haven't seen that in a while.
2.87%. Yeah.
You hit $3. Take some off the table. There he is, Danny Don. XRP outperformed Bitcoin, Solana, MSTY, and MicroStrategy, and all the others. XLM up 100% last week. Little brother of XRP moves trillions. Well,
yeah. And Donnie should know he's our big XRP guru.
Big heavy into it.
Yeah.
Alchemist, XLM and XRP holder here. Let's F and go.
Yep.
Wanderlust Asia. MicroStrategy is only 25% away from its all-time high and a nice looking start.
A chart. Yeah, it's looking very good. Start for MicroStrategy this week. It's looking like they could open up 2% higher than they closed on Friday. So all good there because that drags MSTY along with it.
Bingo. Yep. It's going to be a good week. Logan C, all this talk about 200 to 300K Bitcoin is way too much sexy talk for me on a Sunday. I think back in the West,
I think it's going to 200,000 minimum. That's my bearish scenario is 200,000 this year Bitcoin before New Year. By the end of this year, I think Bitcoin's going to be well over 200,000. All depends what happens this week in the House and what the government bills get passed this week as far as crypto week. All depends on what the government does as far as the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Is that going to be the big announcement that a lot of people are saying it is on X? It's hopium, I know, on the 21st, 22nd of this month. We don't know. But if it does get announced that that's the case and all these bills get passed and, he goes out and buys a boatload of Bitcoin, well, that could send the markets way north of 300,000. So, he did. I got to give him credit for this one. He did make an executive order and sign the SBR in the Oval Office earlier this year. So he's already signed it. He's just waiting for the permission from the House and the Senate with the crypto bills to go out and buy it.
Yeah. I think
that could create the perfect storm.
Well, I think we'll see a tremendous jump the day. See, the strategic Bitcoin reserve will be announced, assuming it does. Well, they'll also at that announcement state, and by the way, we bought 100,000 coins, 200,000 we currently own, 3, whatever. And those two together, because they're not just announced, we're setting up Bitcoin reserve, we're going to start buying. They better damn well have some bought, the idiots. Because that'll drive the price itself. The fact that they've also bought and announcing it, that's going to send it to the moon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
because Saylor does it almost every week, folks. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy, he'll post on X on a Sunday an orange dot, which means that he's bought it already, and he announces just before the stock market opens how much he's bought and at what price. He never says, "Oh, I'm going to buy it this week." No, he always announces it after, and that helps the stocks go up. So I think that Trump would be an idiot if he came out and say, we're going to buy Bitcoin next week, because the price would just soar and he'd be buying it at a high price. Nobody would want to do that. And I don't think by far Trump is an idiot. No. So I think what he'll do is he'll make the announcement and say, yes, we just bought X amount. and then that's going to make the market go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just give you this little shout out. I was having
Sure, go ahead.
breakfast at Cheap Charlie's, and they got a 99 baht breakfast there that's dynamic. Fills you up. It's all you need. Coffee, 1 egg, 1 sausage, bacon, tomato, and toast for 99 baht.
Yeah.
Like under $3, guys. So, anyways, I'm there, and this guy walks up. Never seen him before. You're the Bitcoin Brooke, is it? Yeah. Hi, he's Roman. Roman is his name from Belgium. And he says, you should mention this, look into it. And he uses what's called this Ultimo, ULTIMO pay. And so I said, yeah, I'll check into it. I made a note. And it's an offshore bank. He's been using it for years. And it's crypto. Okay. So he can put Bitcoin, Solana, maybe XRP too. I don't, you'll have to do more research, but it's like a credit card.
Okay.
And you can use that once you fund it, and you can fund it with crypto.
Okay.
So if you've got a cold wallet and you got a bunch of coins on there, it could be various altcoins, whatever, you can transfer that into first off the wallet with Ultimo. And then as you decide, you can flip that into the cash, so to speak, on the card.
Is that the name of the bank, Ultimo?
I believe so. Yeah. They got a good, it's a professional looking website, and he's been with it for years. No axe to grind. So he just was kind enough to come up, and he says, hey, do a research on that. I've been using that for years.
Okay. Do you know what country it's based in?
No, but it'll be on the website, I'm sure. Now there's a fee for that. It's you need $600 to fund the account. 450 gets you the bank account opened and your Visa card.
Okay.
And 150 of that $6 goes into your account. So it's like a one-time fee. But the website's fairly professional, man. I was impressed with it. The more you read about what you can do with it, where it works, and he swore by it, and he's been here for years.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. And we'll talk about
Anyways,
it.
I just said I'll mention that, Roman, give you a shout out. Not for everybody, but hey, some of the people, if you're wondering how to transfer your money, and it might be tax-free. Alchemist, Trump has an Epstein problem. He needs more tariffs and made-up crises to distract the people. Sorry, world. Okay.
Yeah, that Epstein list, it did upset a lot of people, and especially a lot of Republicans, because Pam Bondi came out and said, yeah, I got the list, it's on my desk, and I'm going to give full disclosure. And then she said there is no list. So she's not looking too good, and a lot of people are calling for her to resign right now.
I still like her.
So
well, calls a spade a spade.
But giving out fake news, I don't know.
Maybe that's not right. Alvia Broad, wouldn't it be nice if they would announce they would use 10% of tariff money to buy
crypto,
Bitcoin? Yeah, his kids are miners. Yeah.
We do, yes, and I think that would be fantastic.
That might be where, if he announces they've already bought.
Well, they're making $60 billion a month
on tariffs.
Yeah,
surplus.
If he took that 60 billion, which wouldn't cost the taxpayer any money,
no,
he took that 60 billion and bought Bitcoin every single month with 60 billion. I mean, my God, we'd be over $1 million.
Yeah,
per Bitcoin. It'd be crazy.
Yep.
Who knows? Wait and find out.
Blake Stradamus, Dow futures are down a boatload currently. Probably
but
over
Bitcoin
the
is
tariffs,
still up.
But that too will change. Luckily, we're not really affected by the Dow futures so much. The overall markets, eventually, a lot of people are affected. But luckily, in our case, we're pretty heavy in the crypto and Bitcoin. Logan C, if Bitcoin hits 250, you boys need to do a Patia expat banana hammock calendar.
We'll put you on the cover, Logan.
Yeah. Alchemist, make room for grandma. She'll be moving in after healthcare and retirement are all gone. If you can hold out for about 5 years, an entry-level sock manufacturing position may be opening up for you. Sock manufacturing.
Got some great comments on
Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning to you, Mike.
Terry Fallon, guys, I'm not into this investment stuff, but I have to say you both look good in your Bitcoin orange.
And thank you, Terry.
Terry,
it's
take
not
a
for
look,
everybody.
Man,
not for everybody, but a lot of people enjoy it. A lot of retirees want to get that extra income. They want to save up for their grandchildren, and give them a better life than the life that they had growing up. So we decided to do this Money Matters Mondays.
I think you'll
on our
see
channel.
inflation continue, Terry. So you want to hold hard assets, and you want those assets to pay a return. And obviously, you want to hopefully do better than the S&P. So, you know, take a look. I think we will. Poor dog. Good morning, Mr. Coop. Mr. Schneider came for Thailand, stayed for the Bitcoin. Since watching, we all are doing well. Thanks to you guys. Got in MicroStrategy at 300.
Wow.
Drink something at Fraser's when I get back over.
And I owe you some money. I haven't forgotten. So when you get back here, I'll make sure I have cash this time because you don't have a bank.
We'll buy our own
and
drinks,
I couldn't
don't
do
worry.
scam pay with you. But yeah, not a problem.
RC Man 38. Good AM to you guys. It's Sunday night for me.
And good evening to you, RJC.
Scotty Richmond from California. Altcoins have always followed Bitcoin.
Yeah. And this time they're running in tandem with them. They're not following them. They're running in tandem and outperforming them. A lot of the altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin as we speak. You know, so I say,
how long that'll last, that's what I'm not sure.
I'm hoping till the end of the year. I'd like to see the altcoins do well too.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Crypto. Alchemist, 90% of crypto is garbage. I'd say it's higher than that, Alchemist. Choose wisely.
Yeah, I'd say it's close to 95%.
The only altcoin is Solana that I'd ever invest in. Wouldn't touch the others. Alchemist, Scott's true. Yep.
You mean you don't like Moonpig?
What?
How about Dog with
How about
Hat?
Fartcoin? Excuse my language. Freddie Quinn, speaking of ETFs, any thoughts on BITB? You know, up nearly 100% in the past year with a low ER of 0.2%. Now I'd have to do some research, but that sounds interesting.
Yeah, take a look at that one too, Fred. Thank you.
Don Delana, Brooke XRP will hit $27. Donnie, I'll buy you a beer if that ever happens. Solana is the crap coin. No, it's overtaken Ethereum big time. Sell Solana and Bitcoin and buy XRP and XLM and make millions. Ooh, now that's kind of like the snake oil sales suggesting what you should do. You should buy this snake oil. Donnie, that's just my opinion. You're obviously the opposite.
Just like that guy.
And I still love you, Donnie.
Just like this guy, an Indian guy in Pattaya last week. It was on the news. I haven't reported this on the channel, but this Indian guy went to what Brooke would predominantly call a snake oil shop. And he spent 50,000 baht on a product to help his hair grow, which everybody knows there's no oils you can put on your hair to make your hair grow. And he complained to the police that they sold him a product that doesn't work.
50,000 baht. That's,
yeah,
$1,500, buddy.
Exactly.
Game working.
Yeah.
Alchemist James picked a few dogs to pump. Make your own decisions.
Exactly.
James is way more right than he's wrong. I'll tell you that. Hi guys, Bitcoin or bust, says JJ.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there. I think Bitcoin's going to be on a fantastic run this week.
Live and learn with Mike. I'm cleaning up on XRP. Well, good on you, Mikey. Yeah. Phil T, I'm hoping the big boys take some Bitcoin profits later this week and it pulls back. Need some at a discount.
No, we want it to go up.
I wouldn't sell ever. Just keep buying, and whether it's the top or not, you know, just keep adding. Yeah, as you know, as your money permits. Captain Action. So sorry I missed Saturday's live stream, gentlemen. Hearing you guys talk about the devil's lettuce was cracking me up. The devil's lettuce?
Yeah. Wacky backy.
Oh, that. Yeah. Tonight's show has convinced me MSTY is the way to go for me.
I think MSTY's going to go up.
And look at ULTY too, you know, maybe diversify.
My prediction for MSTY by end of year is minimum $30 per share. I think that's how far it's got to run up on it. Because I see MicroStrategy going up. I see Bitcoin going up. And I think MSTY's going to follow
suit. Who wouldn't be happy with that?
$30 a share?
Yeah.
That
would cover pretty well all I know of their initial cost, and in the meantime they got a nice big check every month,
and it could go as high as 60.
Oh, that would be that would be drinks on Coop.
No.
Rich Price, hi, happy dance time. What do you see as pre-market price for MicroStrategy?
Pre-market price for MicroStrategy right now, based on the current price of Bitcoin, So that can fluctuate. This is not set in stone, folks, because Bitcoin could go down before the stock market opens. But if everything stays as equal as it is now, the pre-market price, it's up 1.5%, $6.51, and currently trading on pre-market at 441.09.
Nice.
So very nice there. MSTY has gathered over 80% of that, and it's up 1.27%. So well done, MSTY, for capturing the upside, and currently trading at 22.35 on pre-market, up 28 cents.
Okay, so we're in for some
fun
times.
I said that MSTY is capturing 72% on average right now. So it's doing very, very well.
There is volatility. So guys, don't be, I mean, maybe we're at the high at 119.2. Maybe it's, 105 at the end of the week next Monday. Don't panic. That's a buying opportunity. You know what I mean? We know where it's headed. It eventually is going to keep going. I hope you're right with the 120, but let's wait and see.
We'll see what happens this week with the government. Yeah. Let's see if I'm right for 125 next week.
Bingo. Wanderlust Asia, is there a link to the ULTY video, please? Yeah.
Can you show it on your cell phone?
Yeah, I probably can here.
Okay, and I'll continue on with the comments. Wanderlust Asia, while Brooke just pulls that up for you. And Captain Action's gifted one Coopersthaiadventure membership. So one lucky person is going to get that badge right there next to their name for the whole month. Thank you, Captain Action. It costs $2 a month, but it helps support the channel. So thank you very much. And if you get that badge and you're the one, say thank you to him. He just bought you free membership for a month. Mike D says, Brooke, what's the name of that video again?
You see that there?
Whoops, keep the phone steady and then they'll be able to see it. And MSTY and ULTY YieldMax. Okay.
It's about an hour.
Yeah.
And the guy's website, the YouTuber, is Marcos, M-A-R-C-O-S, Milla, M-I-L-L-A. So he'll definitely have it on there. But if you I just pulled that up just by typing it into the search. So retiring on MSTY and ULTY with YieldMax, Jay Petroselli, the CEO, explaining it. He does a good job. Mike D, Brooke, what's the name of that? Okay, we got that. Terry Fallon, Coop, any road trips coming up that you could video? Enjoyed your trip down to Hua Hin and the Hilton. And we do have road trips that we've already filmed. They're already done. Just waiting for my wife to edit them, which she will do next month after she gets her implants put in, because she can't do a lot for 2 weeks while she's waiting for the stitches to be taken out. So she's going to be doing a lot of editing. And we took a road trip all the way down south of Thailand. We went down to Phuket. We went to Koh Samui, and then we went across the border and videoed that as well. And we went all the way down to Kuala Lumpur, and I videoed that too, including the hotel that we stayed in. And then we have more videos coming out from Rio of what we did, and then some cruise ship stuff that we got up to, and also some more walk and talks that I'll be filming later on this month. And then I want to film some bike rides out with the gangs, some of the beautiful places that we go visit. So plenty of videos to come out. Stay tuned for them when they come out. They'll be out while we're on the cruise ship in September. Alchemist, Congress takes up crypto legislation this week. Let's effing go. Yeah, 3 bills coming out in Congress this week, and they are the big ones. Well, it'll be interesting to see what these Democrats vote, because half them buggers own Bitcoin, own crypto. You know what I mean? They're not stupid. Well, I think it's going to be bipartisan, just like it was in the Senate, because the Senate passed it by 2/3 majority. Good. Which is what they needed to pass it. The Republicans couldn't do it on their own, so half the Democrats supported it. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen this week with the 3 crypto bills. Captain Action, it was the shirt that did it. Nice orange shirt, Mr. Logan. Okay. Scotty Richmond from California. Hey, Brooke, in this video, the one I mentioned, did they explain when and why they include return of capital in the distribution? Yes, they did. And it was a good explanation. It's based on, to be honest, the tax laws. You're allowed, and they're allowed to do that if they've had losses created on some of the trades. Keep in mind, you're synthetic until that's actually closed, and it might not be closed during the year. It's just how you track the upward movement. The premiums, they'll close them, you know, weekly, whatever. But yeah, it's more of a tax thing. It's you're allowed to do that, and they take advantage of that. So it shows as return of capital. But when you go back and you add up all the returns you got, and your share price has maybe stayed the same, maybe it's up a bit. Christ, I didn't lose any money. How the hell are they doing that? Yeah. Well, it's allowed. Now the downside is eventually you end up making the money, you know, and it could be quite a sizable tax bill, because if you're getting return on capital, you're not paying tax on that. So a lot of people like that idea when it comes time to file the taxes. So go back and watch the video. They'll do a better explanation even than I did. I understood what they were saying, but you know, you need to do that as well so you feel comfortable.
Yeah. We got to rush through the questions, running out of time.
Okay, Kenny back. Once it hits 250, I'll be checking out condo rentals.
There you go.
CC Tube 13. Hi guys, salutations from Orlando.
And hello, CC.
Richard Woolley. The key to investing in income ETFs is to keep reinvesting as much as you can,
which we call dripping.
Yeah, dripping. Build your bags.
Build your bags even bigger.
Alchemist, you can buy your friends here. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Alchemist, Trump is a big fan of criminality in general. So, oh, here we go. RJC Man 38, we are all friends here. We can say chicken taco on this podcast.
Yes, we can. Chicken taco.
Richard Woolley, Alchemist, that's not correct, bro. Scotty Richmond from the YieldMax website for MSTY, and regarding the June distribution, the most recent distribution contains 97.7% return of capital, 2.5 rate income. Good. That's good for taxes.
Exactly.
So, if you delve in, watch that video. It'll explain it, Scotty. Alchemist, here's another one. Twat, 2 weeks away, Trump. Nomad Jack, Trump 2028. Whoa, I don't think that's allowed, but
nope.
Maybe it'll be Barron that runs. Alchemist, incels love him. That is true. Richard Woolley, agreed, Nomad Jack.
Yeah, love him or hate him, we love
Michael Avila, in 1,000 enough to invest? Absolutely. Any amount's enough to invest, guys.
Exactly.
It's a start. So
if you'll invest 1,000 in MSTY, you'll be getting 100 back every month.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
RJC Man 38. There is a House bill that wants to allow U.S. expats to utilize Medicare. Have you heard anything on this?
Not yet. No. I'm too busy following what's going on in crypto, guys. I can't keep up with the rest of the news that's happening over in the States as much as I would like to. There's too many important things going on in crypto right now.
Alchemist, FOMOing is not advised. Wait for a dump, in my opinion, but the time is late. Yeah. Keep some dry powder. Wait for a dip if you're nervous. Mark Schaefer, hi, Brooke, Cooper, and Darlene. If MicroStrategy enters the S&P, what do you think it could do to the volatility, and how would it affect MSTY? All for the good.
Yes. I think exactly what Brooke says, all for the good. It could stabilize the volatility, which would actually be great for MSTY, because they would be able to put their, their calls in for, like 5% out of the money, expecting it, to go up and down in a 5% bracket per week, rather than going up 10% in a day, So I think it would help MSTY and also MicroStrategy. And here's the consensus, that if and when MicroStrategy gets put in the S&P 500, it'll mean an extra $12 to $15 billion per year in income. Because a lot of people have stockbrokers, they have advisors that they use for Fidelity or any of the other ones out there, and they invest into the S&P 500. I want the top 500 stocks, or I want the top 100 stocks, and that's where they put their portfolio, and they invest from a young age, in their 20s. I know people in their 20s that regularly invest in the stock market, ready for when they retire. I'm thinking it'll be a lot higher in 30 years time, 30, 40 years time. And it does tend to grow. And when people are going to be investing in that S&P 500, they're, you may sit down for dinner and, with your brother, your sister, and they hate crypto. And you'll be like, well, do you invest in the S&P 500? Yes, I do. Well, guess what? You own crypto now.
Well,
you're buying into MicroStrategy.
Thing is this, Coop, we want volatility. So what I think it'll do, Mark, is that when it enters, it'll drive the share price immediately in MicroStrategy up. Some of those, sometimes they might have been run up before they enter because they know it's coming. So buy the rumor, sell the news is what might happen. But anyways, going forward, it will provide a base of buying for MicroStrategy. So you got that base. However, its biggest gains in micro will still come from Bitcoin. When Bitcoin jumps another 20% or 25%, maybe it's a year from now, from 150 to 200, you'll see micro jump because they own the Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And that's going to be volatility increasing, in my opinion. So I would say your volatility is probably at the low now on MicroStrategy. I can see it start trending back up. And consequently, MSTY's income's going to keep going up, like the distributions, because the volatility is higher. But hey, well, time will tell.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And shout out to Alchemist, who bought 3 coffees, says, thank you both for all the retirement advice. And you're very welcome.
Wanderlust Asia, do your own research. Correct,
Exactly.
Mundo. Rich Price at market close, MicroStrategy was 434.58.
And now it's 440.
Wouldn't it be nice if we can see 500 this week? Wanderlust, this is not financial advice. Correct, Mundo. Robert Nutt and his Texas humor. I am more like Winnie the Pooh. I sleep great every night. Good for you. Claude AC, credit to your channel for smoother transition from California to Jomtien. Grateful for all you do for future expats.
And thank you, Claude. That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
to
but
help
Claude
people that
also
want to come over and retire in Thailand.
You need to thank Claude because you're doing your part.
Yeah,
he's organizing these tours. It takes us to great places, great back roads, great country, great scenery. Make sure nobody gets left behind. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm a newbie at this, bike riding tours. So I'm glad I got him.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Claude.
Malcolm Hawkins, Uru, I'm happy I listened to you chaps in orange shirts.
Yeah.
For the longest while, he was, nervous.
He was he's our big gold bug.
Gold bug, yes.
And it's like, no, my financial advisor said Bitcoin is nothing.
Just take a little bit, I said, Malcolm, and maybe look at it. So good on you, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Alchemist, Coinbase coin is also a good stock. Yeah, that was part of that ULTY too, I believe.
And that's why I think MicroStrategy is going to be accepted into the S&P 500. They meet all the criteria, folks. And Coinbase was already let in to the S&P 500. So the road has already been paved for more crypto to come into the S&P 500. And that's why I think that they're going to have to accept MicroStrategy.
119.8.
My God, it's running right now as we speak. Look at this.
I think people are watching our video and then we're driving it to $1.20.
Oh my God, it's at 119,892. Bitcoin is on a big, huge move up.
119.9. Yeah. I think though, Coop, there'll be a sell wall at 120. It's just, a round number. People like round numbers.
It does, but I think it's going to blow past it.
No,
oh my God, it's just jumped $800 in a matter of 1 minute.
Still climbing too. Okay, let's go here.
We'll keep on going with the show.
Richard Woolley, the 2 guys in orange got me into MSTY, and now I'm addicted and very grateful. Good on you, Richard.
Yeah,
take a
and
look
Bubba
at
got us in.
Cooking with Nina. Hello there, Coop. Great job, guys. Myself and my husband looking to meet you all next year.
It'd be an honor.
Look forward to it. J.E. Washington, there's a bike rider. Good morning, CBD. And what I'm hearing is we're all put our money together and have a CTA strategies to buy into Bitcoin.
We already did.
Coopersthaiadventure. Yeah. One of the biggest buyers of Bitcoin on the market. Yeah, right. Cooking with Nina. We'll bring you a copy of my cookbook that is available on Amazon. Jamaican flavor.
Oh.
Global stuff. Here's a nice plug for yourself.
I love Jamaican
food.
You. I'm going to love you when you get here,
Well done, Nina.
I do love Jamaican food.
Logan C. Yes, I was gifted a membership. I appreciate it.
There you go, Logan C. He said last week he's been waiting for his membership. And look, he got it. Well done, Logan.
Finch Jean, what time is it there?
It is currently 9:28 a.m. on Monday morning in
Logan
Thailand.
C, Captain Action, thanks for the membership. There he goes. W Secrets, gents, it appears you all have went cold on Tesla, but I think it's a sleeper. Yeah.
I do for now.
Yeah. I think there's a little faster horses in the race, but I'm not ruling out Tesla. I own Tesla. Tesla is one I will look at. Yeah, and it'll start when Tesla starts running. It just might be a little later on.
Yeah.
The fastest horse right now is Bitcoin, and I think MSTY and MicroStrategy. So we're not cold on it. It's just there's options. So it's part of a diversified bag. Now, keep in mind, it's still a single stock. Okay, so maybe ULTY ULTY has the Tesla in it. Tommy Lee, I owe you guys a steak dinner if it's $4 on MSTY next month.
Ooh, El Gaucho.
That's over 2 payments, by the way, Tommy. I think we're projecting.
We think it's going to be over 2 payments.
Even $3 is good. Robert Nutt, I started thinking about ULTY when they changed their strategy and they started moving up.
It's looking good.
Yeah. Dean Perkinson, hi guys. I haven't caught a live stream for a while. Good to see you happy and healthy.
Yeah, welcome back, Dean. Good to see you on here. Yeah, we gotta run out, guys. We gotta go to breakfast
here. Okay, Mike D, what do you think of mainly MSTY, ULTY, and Tesla? All the main portfolios. Is there anything I'm missing? No.
Plady. I would put Plady in there.
Well, like MSTY and Tesla, you have single stock underlyings, so that you're definitely 100% related to the stock. ULTY, you got 30 stocks, so that's more of a diversified. So I like that. I mean, it's as long as you're equal weight, maybe maybe 50% ULTY, 25. That's pretty good. Tommy Lee, last year when MSTY started paying a dividend, it only paid 12 months and not 13. No, any understanding why? No, there'll be 13 payments. It's a 4-week cycle. If you watch that video I mentioned earlier, it explains that exactly. There is 13 payments in the year, so it's not a 12 it's not a 1 per month. It's 1 every 4 weeks, and there is 13 4-week cycles. CC Tube, Coopersthaiadventure, where the meeting of the minds happens.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
Michael Avella, I have to get there and take Brooke out for lobster for some advice.
And we're coming up to the end of the live stream. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, please. It really helps the channel. We need to get to 100 thumbs up, please.
Jeff Trio, hi guys. Retirement dividend says we could see 246 payment. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be absolutely fantastic.
2 of those would be $5 in August. Chris Wheeler from Texas, can I get some interest on them Bitcoin shorts?
I'm wearing mine right now, Chris.
Yes,
the ones you bought for me. Yeah.
Alvia Abroad, if all the Congress has holdings, i.e. Nancy Pelosi, it would be what? Okay, next, please.
And Richard Woolley gave us a $19.99 super thanks. Thank you, Richard Woolley. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Richard. That's more generous. Alvia Abroad says, well, okay. Alchemist, Trump isn't it? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, keep away from the politics side.
Tommy Lee, Tesla holds over 11,000 Bitcoins. Correct.
They do.
Michael Avila, Fed rates will be lowered. Correct. It's what POTUS wants. Correct. Good for us and everybody.
I think the Fed rates are going to go down. They have to.
Should have been down by now. That's why they got to get rid of that idiot. Scotty Richmond, talking about not announcing someone's intentions regarding purchasing crypto, not implying anything with this, but one wallet last month acquired 99.9 million XRP.
Well done.
There you go. I think there's an unlimited supply of XRP.
Exactly. They can always make more.
I think there's billions available. Kept in action. Super cool, Mr. Richard. Alchemist, Bondi is doing exactly what Trump told her to do. Deny there is a list. Okay. Live and learn with Mike. I predict Bitcoin will hit 140 to 150 by January 1st, year end.
Okay, I definitely say it's going to hit that.
He's got his prediction.
I definitely say it's going to hit that. Yeah.
Let's hope you're right. Live and learn with Mike. Me and Don are on the same page. XRM, XLB, HBAR will be on the beach in Pattaya having a beer together.
And make sure you buy one for good old me and Brooke.
Yeah. Terry Fallon, great to see you, you gents, and we'll see you on the next live. Take care.
And thank you, Terry, and everybody watching.
Alchemist, 118.9K at the moment. Okay, talking about Bitcoin.
It's doing very well.
119.7 now, it shows here.
Yeah.
Captain Action, Logan. Captain Action, hit that like button. Terry Fallon, looking forward to all those videos, buddy. Really enjoy your efforts to keep the channel fresh and alive.
And we will. We'll get them out for you. And I'm getting a lot of practice with the drone in right now, so I'll be giving you some aerial footage to put in the videos too.
Oh, won't that be nice? Phil T, have you looked at AMD? I think that's AMD now. As a bit of diversification, AMD is moving, and from what I can see, I believe it could start to produce good returns at the lower entry price.
AMD,
you got to have your convictions, guys. Do your research, so I got no problem.
Let's play on AI.
Live and learn with Mike. Another great live stream. Thank you, guys.
And thank you, Mike.
Finch Jane, congrats on no tax on Social Security. Big
exactly.
Finch Jane, same old in the States. The government is stable now in the States, all red. Yeah, Dean Perkinson, hey, Has there been much positive talk on the 99-year lease? Do you think it will happen?
It's in Parliament as we speak in Thailand. They're going to be debating it for over the next 2 months. So we should know the end result in about 60 days' time, 1st of September.
Alchemist 119.3 going up. Okay.
It's still going up right now, 119.7.
Jane, but if you're old, go to Thai. Roger Carpenter, only 72 likes. What?
What?
Hit
We
that
need
like
100.
button. What the heck is going on
28
around
short.
here?
If you haven't done it now, hit it, pound it, do it for Darlene.
Smash that like button. Logan C, the star next to my name looks good. Might need to make it permanent.
There you go.
Jeff Siegler, Bitcoin's rocketing right now.
And Malcolm says,
ooh, goodbye, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Roger Walker, thanks again. Have a great breakfast,
and
guys.
Thank you, Roger.
Logan C says, how the hell do we have 115 people watching and only 79 likes? Smash that button.
Yes, please. Make
Helps
my wife
channel.
smile.
Antuck Orton, thanks for the great lessons.
And thank you, Annie.
Alchemist drone footage would be a great upgrade.
I'll make sure and include it next time.
Drone footage.
Yes,
yeah, okay,
I
we
will.
got that. Eat 3141 says, hit that like button.
Yes,
okay,
please.
There's a newbie. Finch Jane, great chat.
And thank you,
Thanks
Finch.
for being
Last
here.
one.
Thanks.
Thanks. And that's it. That's all we got time for today. Until Wednesday, next live stream, 8 a.m. Thai time, and then Saturday at 8 p.m. Thai time, just so we can hit those people on the other side of the planet and they can join in on our weekly chats on live stream. All you have to do is give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, wait 1 minute, and you can put your comment in and we'll read it live on air for free. Can't beat it. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.
Stay safe.